This reflection is going to be for the 9th and the 10th because I fell asleep before I recorded my video the 9th. My reflection is going to be about my years in the school system. I have been in the school system for 18 years, proud 18 years. I started out in Wayne County, but really my journey starts before Wayne County because I was a North Carolina teaching fellow for UNC Greensboro. So every year in that program, we had to intern in a school. So I would go to several schools. Sam Miller, Dr. Sam Miller was actually my person that was over the program, us interning. It was just such a good. Tony Knight was over the program, but Dr. Sam Miller was over all the teaching fellows that had to go into the schools. And it was just a great experience because it was hands-on experience. I had to work with kids, different grade levels, all throughout Greensboro. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. So when I went to Wayne County, it was almost like I had already had 4 years of experience. And I ended up going back to my old elementary school, North Drive Elementary. I love North Drive. I still love it to this day. And I was a 5th grade teacher. I absolutely love working with the kids in 5th grade. And I had she's Dr. Carol Artist now, but she was actually my 4th grade teacher, and she ended up being my principal. So that was just a great, great experience. I remember interviewing actually over the phone with my Aunt Thelma Smith. God rest her soul. I love her so much. And my 4th grade teacher, Carol Artist. And I just remember being so excited. And she was actually the assistant principal when I basically talked to them. And then I was supposed to be hired under Dottie Hobbs. But Carol Artist was the one that became principal that year. And that was my first year teaching. And when I say those 5 years at North Drive was the best years I could possibly think of, like, have been a beginning teacher and like being groomed in that aspect. It was just such a wonderful experience. I loved everything about it. And it's funny now because the lead teacher, she's now the principal of North Drive, but she was my lead teacher for 5th grade. So she used to come in and check on us and, support us. So it's just thinking about those memories. It was just such a good experience. Some of my closest friends, and they were at North Drive, like Nicole Bear. I love her. She's still one of my closest friends. She taught 3rd grade, and she was she was my she basically, before I went to UNCG, she was one of those people in my life when I was a debutante that inspired me and to go to college and, just some great things. So we go way back, but she's now one of my closest friends and somebody I admire, great principal. She's my girl. But it's just, as I reflect, my journey to 40. Like I said, this video is going to be for February 9th and 10th. I just had some great experience in education, and after those 5 years, I became a curriculum facilitator for the school, Goldsboro Intermediate. But I taught 1 year at Goldsboro Intermediate, and then I was the curriculum facilitator. And directly after being a curriculum facilitator for the school, I started working for the whole county, and that was as a human resource lead teacher. And then I went from human resource lead teacher, changed the name to teacher and learning coach for the district. And then after about 6 years, I doing that and just different responsibilities, but I loved everything about that job too, and I learned so much. Oh my goodness, we were always going to trainings, being trained from DPI, just different people trained us, but it was such a rewarding experience because I learned so much about poverty, about like how to engage students, just so much about so many things that was important. We were actually the first group that went out and trained for the new teacher evaluation system, which is the current evaluation system for teachers. And I actually was trained from DPI. So I just had a lot of great experiences that helped shape me as an educator, helped shape me as a leader, and it goes way back to Wayne County. And then after I did that, I started training substitutes for the county. I started doing some like human resource, like some real work with human resources. And then my husband actually got promoted as fire chief of Rockham. So we relocated, and thankfully I ended up with some good positions here in Richmond County, where I'm currently assistant principal. So I really have had a great experience in education so far, and I'm gonna continue striving for excellence and just doing what I do best, educating and loving students with all my heart. That's just me. I just got a passion for teaching, a passion for education, a passion for students, and I've always been like that. I mean, even when I was real young, I thought about teaching and how I could change the world, being a teacher, and then I started thinking more. I was like, I can't change the world if I'm only focused on what's in my classroom. I need to get out and really make a difference by looking at outside the classroom and how I can really make a difference. So that's me. My reflection on education. Take care. Hope you enjoyed.